not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time.
What time is it? Showtime prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
Oh, I like where we are today, man. We are hanging out. Some good smoke just wafting through the air inside Cigars International. We are fired up and ready to go. You just heard RJ say another sellout. Okay, only Gators get out alive. Long Island University will not get out of the swamp alive coming up next Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to week 0. We have got some football in Ireland tomorrow to watch. The Farmageddon will take place across the pond. But I'll tell you where we are today. The Four Horsemen, including our head coach, Dave Campo, Big Sirs and Matty. We are holed up at Cigars International. We are in the St. John's Town Center. Basically, you know where the whole other section of the St. John's Town Center was built? We are right next to Diamonds Direct. We're right next to the big Hyatt Place Hotel. What's the one turn-in that you guys turned in as far as the light to come in on? Is it... You don't know? You don't know?
I just use like Waze. I mean,
Big Sirs, do you just GPS your way here?
No, listen, bro. I'm literally 7 minutes from this spot.
Yeah. So
I'm frequently
it's
here.
right by the Hyatt Place. Right there.
Yeah, just look for the Hyatt Place.
Yeah.
And turn in, and you'll find Cigars International. Coach, you found it. You're ready to rock and roll.
Let me tell you something. I'm not a cigar smoker, but if I was, knowing that Leon's cigars are going to be here this year, and this place is fabulous. I'll tell you what, if I smoked them, this is where I'd be smoking them right here.
This is the classic smoke them if you got them, Coach.
That's right.
I brought my utensils.
Always come
prepared. Always come prepared.
He's ready to go.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Talking about a fat one, too. That's a long.
That's the Big Sirs.
Yeah, that's the Big
They'll be in here
Sirs.
soon. The big and the little Sirs will be here soon.
So, the line of Cersei Cigars will be here. We got plenty of other things we'll be telling you about, but you got the shotgun bar across the back wall. You got all the big TVs. You got full liquor bar, cold beers, all kinds of stuff, and you can come in and hang out. We've got our YouTube set up, so we'll be streaming from here, but if you come on by, we'd love to see you. It's Coach's last full show. He's going to hang out for the first hour and a seg with us before he shoves off. Coach, safe to say, by providing analysis on XL Primetime, you're avoiding packing up boxes. Is that right?
Absolutely. In fact, you said to me that I was short-timing you. I'm not short-timing you. I have no choice. My wife runs the show, but if I had my opportunity, I would be gone all day with what's going on over at my house.
That's right. Kay ain't going to let you slip out.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. All right, listen, if you are a cigar aficionado, you can drop on by. We'd love to see you during our show. They've got an event later today, the Oliva event from 3 to 7 with Ralphie Sola from Oliva. They've got specials on their boxes, the full bar. You got the indoor-outdoor lounges. You got all kinds of stuff that you can enjoy today. We'll be telling you all about it, but we would love for you to see it yourself, so drop on by. Now, listen, coming out of yesterday afternoon, a huge piece of news with the SEC. So we're going to start college ball. Normally we lead off with the Jags. We got plenty to talk about as far as your Jaguars are concerned. But a 9-game schedule, Matt, who covers college football on a regular basis for USA Today Sports, we were sitting here talking about whether or not this was going to happen for I can't tell you how long. And ultimately, we'll find out whether or not the 9-game schedule is going to work to everyone's dream scenario. But 9 games inside the conference, I think, is what most college football fans want.
First off, the SEC called the Big Ten's bluff. That's number one.
Yeah.
That's the foundation of this thing, because the Big Ten continued to say, we need to be on the same level as far as how many conference games we play. The Big Ten has been playing 9 games since 2016. They want all the 4 power conferences to be on the same conference schedule. All of them playing 9. Now, the only conference that doesn't is the ACC. They'll get there quickly. But the point is, the Big Ten was holding out that idea of we're all not on the same page as the reason they didn't embrace the 5-11 format for the new playoff. So there's no room for them to go now. Now they have to embrace that.
Okay.
Which means starting in 2016, we will have the 5-11 format where you have 5 automatic qualifiers from the top 5 conference champions, and then 11 at large in the 16-team playoff. So that's where it'll be beginning in 2026. Now, secondarily to that, I think if you're in this region, It's huge. You've got another SEC game. You now have 3 permanent rivals. Each team will have 3 permanent rivals. We're going to get into that. We're going to take your guys' ideas for Florida and Georgia's rivals, or any team in the conference's rival.
Right.
Tennessee, LSU, whoever. We're going to get into that. I think it's going to be important how this thing shakes out, because you're going to see, like for instance, Florida. Georgia's clearly won. Right. But I'm not so sure Tennessee's won, and I'm not so sure LSU's won. So there might be a little. I know Florida. I know the hardcore old guard Florida people want Auburn back.
Yeah,
I don't know if it will happen, because then you got to deal with what Auburn wants. But my guess is Tennessee's probably a lock, and then the third one's up for grabs.
Yeah, Tennessee, Georgia, and then you have either LSU or Auburn. LSU's been the more popular one.
Yeah.
All right. So what did you think?
No, I was going to ask you, Matt. So how does this affect the out of conference games, like the Clemson, LSU,
So now that's
Miami,
a great question.
and
A great
Floridas?
question. Not only did they say we're going to 9 conference games, they now continued the mandate of every school must play at least 1 game against a power conference team or Notre Dame. So now you're looking at 10 games against power conference schools, 10 of the 12 games.
Wow.
What do you think, Coach?
Oh, that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to miss this SEC going out there. The Big 12 is not the same without Oklahoma and
I don't know
Texas.
if you know this. You're still in SEC country when you go to Dallas now, okay?
Well, that's true. That's right.
Thanks to those horns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oklahoma ain't carrying their share of the load.
There you
the
go.
horns are.
Yeah. No,
A lot
I think
of Aggies in DFW, too.
Yeah. Listen, I love what they're doing with the new scheduling. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Power 5 or Power 4 now, whatever it is is what should be out there to everybody, and that's a great deal.
I like the fact that you got to put your big boy pants on every week.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
And
None
you
of
got
these
11.
layups. Now the smaller schools, I understand they need the money and all that kind of stuff, but now no more of these layups. All right, now you put on your big boy pants for 10 weeks and play some ball.
Not only that, and this is just as critical, is 2 days ago, the College Football Playoff Selection Committee came out and said they're now weighing heavily on strength of schedule, which I don't know what they've been doing since 2014, but this is what they're saying. So that now becomes like, that's what the SEC wanted. The Big Ten wanted everybody at 9. The SEC wanted the College Football Playoff Selection Committee to weigh strength of schedule heavily, because the SEC says, all right, we had 3 teams that were 9-3 that they thought,
of course they did.
They thought were better than both Indiana and SMU. Okay? So the idea then becomes is, how does the committee select it? How do they weigh things? Now they're saying they're going to weigh much more on strength of schedule, which I guess is a nod to the cap, or the first nod to the cap, to both the SEC and the Big Ten. And then the SEC took the next step of saying, all right, if you do that, then we're going to call the Big Ten's bluff. We'll go to 9.
Well, I did crack up a little bit when they said, if you lose a game, we're not going to worry about how much. No, that's still idiocy, okay? If you got pantsed by somebody or you lost by 1, there's a difference, okay? And so you don't just say, okay, put that in a pile. Anyway, the selection committee, we can throw darts at them all day long. But the idea right now, okay, so all the being moaning about who you playing, the Long Islands of the world, they're out of here, man. Okay, you know what? You still will get 1 dog of a game. But if you're Florida, if you're Georgia, if you're any of the teams that has an in-state or a border rival, along with the big boys that you're playing, you're going to play 9 inside your conference, 10 with your border or in-state rival, 11 with your Power 4 that you still have to schedule, and then you can go get you a dog. Okay, get you Chattanooga or whomever, East West Texas A&M, and put them on the schedule. But that's it. Okay, this is big time.
Well, not only that, here's another thing that you have to look at, and this is coming down the road quickly, probably like by the end of the 2020s, is the SEC and the Big Ten scheduling agreement. That's happening, because that's generating more revenue. So when they do that, then you're looking at a majority of these teams now playing 11 games. SEC teams playing 11 games against power conference opponents.
This gets it a lot closer. This gets it a lot closer to a true national champion.
Absolutely.
That's what it does. I mean, and I love it. I mean, we were an independent back in the day. We probably had to win 3 or 4 big games during the season. That was about it.
Yeah.
Now, when you play the last one, you're playing against one of the top teams in the country. So we still believe we were national champions. But this, you play into it, which I think is
I'll give you a great note. So the 2027 schedule right now, as it's slated, it could change because Georgia might try and get out of it.
Right.
But Georgia has an exclusive Power 4 schedule in 2027. The 9 SEC games and then non-conference games at Florida State, at Georgia Tech, and against Louisville.
Wow.
That's meaty, man.
Yeah.
That is meaty.
Yeah.
What was the last one that you had?
At Florida State, Louisville, at Georgia Tech.
Okay, Louisville. Okay, so anyway, you guys jump in. Let us know. Let's go through some of the big rivalries that we've had. You guys are diehard college football fans. Who you keeping? Who you want to get rid of? Because just to go back to Steve Spurrier, he would say, "Wait a minute, why are we playing LSU when they're playing Mississippi State, meaning one of the other schools in the conference?" So let's get into that. 641-1010. You guys can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can jump on YouTube. You can find XL Primetime just by searching us or 1010XL. You can watch the stream from Cigars International or just come on by and hang out. We've got dudes right now. They're solving problems, okay? There are a few of them that are embedded in their laptop in a good smoke. Others are having cold ones already in a good smoke. So drop on by Cigars International. We would love to see you. It's XL Prime Time on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Prime Time is driven by Duval Ford.
You watch the games, so do we.
Dan Higgin and Jeff Prosser, right after every Gator football game, get our reaction to the plays, the calls that stood out to us.
Live streamed on the Swamp Sessions podcast on the 1010XL social channels from Voodoo Brewing Company.
Driven by Atlantic Infinity.
It's time to elevate your back-to-school style with luxury and a brand-new Cadillac.
Discover the 2025 Luxury XT6, a spacious 7-seat SUV starting at just $49,195. Perfect for carpooling or weekend adventures.
That's right, or step up your game with the stunning 2026 Vistique, Escalade, and Escalade IQ.
I want to go back to school in style.
You can. Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. This school year, it's all about style.
Plus tax tag title $999 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Ready to add some value to your day? The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for $10, the pork and rib combo for $12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
UB40, the Relentless Tour 2025. This Saturday night, St. Augustine Amphitheater, with special guest, The Fix. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Well, you can definitely enjoy a little cool air with Florida Home AC. They bring you Friday show. We say thanks to them, that's for sure. And we are holed up at Cigars International, hanging out today. And you got indoor, outdoor setting. You can come on in. You got the lounges inside where you can enjoy all the sports, especially when all the big games pop up. Or when it gets a little cooler, you can pop up outside. They got a nice little patio setup. I've not counted the ashtrays here, but I guarantee you.
A lot.
I guarantee you. This is one of the few places you can go into the bathroom and you still can do a little tap and ash in there. You know what I'm saying? You still can flick a cigar into the ashtray. So they're everywhere.
You know
you
why?
love that, by the way.
You know why?
I do. I love
because you don't ever want to lose your burn, and the bathroom shouldn't keep you from your burn.
It's an excellent point.
Yeah.
Listen, we may go with Cigar 101 from Big Sur's as we go along today. But I will tell you this. Inside the lounge area, you can hang out, and then they also have the humidor. And if you look over there, Big, that's about what? I don't know, a couple thousand square feet. Of a humidor.
3,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Yeah,
all kind of selections. Bundles, single.
I've been known to exaggerate about size, but that's a pretty big humidor.
It is.
And they have a deal right now. I think this is the last day, according to B-Hop. The last day you get 20% off all of their boxes other than Oliva because they're running a different event today. But come on in. Exclusive deals. You can buy 3 boxes, get a 25-pack sampler, the cutter, lighter, ashtray, and then the 20% off of a major amount of their cigars here. So don't miss out. Drop on by and say hello for a smoking good time. Is that your slogan, Leon? Smoking good time?
It could be. Absolutely, it could be.
All right. So I want to hear from you guys. 641-1010. The natural rivalries. We'll just go through them. We're going to roll through the schools, the big schools, the Floridas, the Georgias, the Alabamas. This is going to be primarily SEC conversation because this is what happened. Greg Sankey yesterday comes out and says we're going to a 9-game in-conference schedule. Cook's on. He's a diehard Gator. He says he likes the 9. UGA, Tennessee, Auburn, LSU, and UK as rivals. And then you go with an FSU, which you have them annually, and then rotate Miami, UCF, and USF. That's actually not a bad idea. They're all about even. And if you rotate them in every third year, you're playing one of them. That's not a bad, in other words, if you step outside of the Power 4, in the case of UCF or USF, that ain't bad. But, man, that's a hell of a schedule.
It's a heavy lift, but listen, I'm glad that Miami's in the rotation because I believe all the inner schools should be playing against each other at least once a year.
Right.
So I'm glad that we're in the rotation. Took y'all long enough, but yeah.
We're not in the rotation.
Not in the rotation.
What do you mean we're not in the rotation?
No.
Every 3 years, he just said.
No, that was a suggestion.
He was just making that up. And he also said Miami, USF, and UCF are all the same.
Thank you, JJ. I just wanted to make sure that one of you got that one. That's all. I was just having
Leon's lost.
You kind of are.
No.
I don't know if I'd throw USF in there, but UCF and Miami.
Dude, stop it, man.
Yeah, they're not.
You guys are a disgrace.
Yeah, I know. I was just having fun.
I'll tell you this.
It's so easy gigging.
USF, for example, just using it, or Central Florida, doesn't make any difference to me.
Yeah.
Playing against Florida is a lot different than Long Island University playing against Florida because of the local flavor, and they consider themselves good enough to play those teams, which to me is a plus.
I think Long Island U considers itself good enough too. So
they're good enough to collect a check. That's what they are. But here's the thing: is that it helps inside the state build the brand of college football.
Right.
Now, you and I, as fans of whomever, love it, but those ADs hate it because they don't want to lose to that so-called lesser school, which is what Scott Strickland did. He should. They gave UCF an opportunity, and they were going to play 2, and UCF was going to play 1 there, and all that kind of stuff. And you just need to go straight up with them, especially now that they're in the Power 4.
That's my point. But now, listening to you, though, you're probably more right. In other words, they'd rather play LIU than USF or
they don't want to
UCF,
answer.
Whatever it is.
It's like you go back to Miami. The danger was if you played, you never know what could happen. If you played an FIU or an FAU down there in South Florida with the recruiting battles, so on and so forth, it's not like
we know
Miami should never lose to those.
Well,
schools.
we know how that feels because we have lost to FIU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we did.
You're taking a huge risk by playing them. I mean, absolutely, it could kill your recruiting class if you lose to a team like FIU.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, Florida takes a huge risk playing Miami.
Yeah, outside of the conference. Yeah. By the way, it was.
I'm kidding, bro. Come on. I was just waiting to see JJ.
No. I know that you're trying to get a rise out of JJ.
It was correctly pointed out on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, that UCF has a more recent national championship than Miami. So that's the only reason why I was trying to pair them all together.
And Florida, too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so
they've
you
been
guys
carrying the state for years now, right?
They have, right?
Absolutely.
That should be like their motto, carrying the state since 2017.
Yeah, that's why they're close to Disney.
Yeah, the bouncy house. Yeah. They're the up and we're the down. That's basically what it is.
Listen, Leon gave me a dirty look when I said that we were an independent. We only played 3 or 4 games. He made it very clear.
Yeah.
We did play Notre Dame and Oklahoma and
Michigan
and Michigan State.
We would say play perennial powers. Don't lessen our championships. You know those SEC homers like to lessen our championships.
That's true. I agree. I made a mistake on that one.
But in the grand scheme of things back then, it was so cool that an independent like FSU would take on all comers. Miami before the Big East take on all comers basically, and there were big ball games that were played back then. Now we are just getting back to that, to where we have almost every single Saturday a mammoth lineup of games, not 1 or 2, because if you look at the schedule to start us off this year, you know how great these games are going to be, but now we're talking week in and week out. There's going to be some killer ball.
I like the fact that it's killer ball, and to JJ's point, Coach, when we played, it was single elimination.
Right.
You lose one of those big games, you're out.
That's true.
Now you can drop a 2, you can drop 2, maybe
even a
3. And still get in the mix.
That's true.
That's
Absolutely.
what both the SEC and Big Ten are hoping, is that you can go 9-3 and still get in there, because now there's 11 at-large spots in 2016 when this thing eventually passes.
Wow.
11's a big deal.
It is.
Yeah. And so I love the idea. All right, so let's just lay it out real quick. Georgia, who would you have as their 3 natural rivalries? You can basically say Georgia and Florida, they will forever be connected. And then after that, will it be a Georgia-Auburn, which is that's called that's the South's oldest rivalry,
Has to be.
Correct.
Yeah, you have to have Georgia-Auburn.
Yes, no doubt. And then Alabama, that's what I'm saying. You don't know with Auburn. So you got to have Alabama-Auburn. You got to have Georgia-Auburn. And then what's the next one?
Okay, but what?
But do you really think Auburn's going to want 3 permanent teams of Alabama, Georgia, and Florida? Is that fair to them?
No.
Right.
No, and Hugh Freeze is already trying to fight his way out of a paper bag right now without that.
Right, so you've got to find a situation where it's fair to all involved. There's going to be teams that get hosed. There's no doubt about that.
You got to up your game, all right? Up your game. But listen, the last thing as a player, I want to see.
This is a guy who's playing in the ACC.
The last thing I want to see my coach doing, and I'm a player, is worrying about who the hell we're playing on the schedule. I don't want to see it. Because what are you saying about us? What are you saying about us if you were, we got to play Alabama and Georgia and all that? What are you saying about the team that you're coaching every day in and day out? That they want to deliver the goods?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
They're saying they'd rather play Syracuse, Boston College, Wake Forest, North Carolina State.
I'm not, listen, I'm not on that Miami team, all right? I know who I played. All right, I went 56-4 and beat 5 number 1 teams.
That's a hell of a record.
So I know.
I understand what you're saying. I get it. But
that is a hell of a record.
I agree too, JJ. I get it. All I'm saying is that's asking a lot of Auburn to have those 3 those three as your permanents.
I agree.
Then you'll rotate an LSU in, you'll rotate a Texas in.
But here's the thing:
You know, there's no break.
Are you having this discussion at your team meeting about who we're playing?
No, you're not. No.
Because I know Jimmy when we had our team
it's an
meetings.
Excuse, right?
Jimmy said whoever lines up against us
of
is
course.
going to get their ass kicked.
Of course, 100%, of course.
Okay, all right, let's just do this real quick, Matt. Just humor us real quick. Let's just fly through this. We're not going to hit every one of them, but let's hit the bigs. Just off the cuff, what do you think the three games would be? Let's just start and just do a few.
I don't know if I can give you 3. I could probably give you 2.
Okay, Texas.
Texas will be Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
Okay, so 2 of the 3 you've
and
got.
probably Arkansas. So I would say that's probably their 3.
All right, A&M, Texas,
will be
Arkansas, and LSU.
Texas, LSU, and
or Oklahoma maybe.
Yeah, again, then you're. Yeah, I don't know.
See, it does get tough. All right, LSU.
LSU is going to be
Florida.
Ole Miss.
It's going to be Ole Miss, Alabama, and then
Ole Miss, Alabama, and
not Florida.
A&M. I don't know.
A&M?
I mean, then you're loading up A&M.
Right. It really does.
Yeah.
Tough. All right.
And if it is Florida, then that means, Leon, that Florida couldn't have Auburn.
Right. But if it's Florida, then you're loading Florida up with Georgia, Tennessee, and LSU.
Yeah, or LSU. Look, I love the LSU rivalry. Big Vic and I have great times.
Here's the thing, too. Here's the problem.
It is a very good rivalry, a disrespected rivalry in a lot of ways.
But there's also now, you also have to remember, is the 2 people that run college sports, ESPN and Fox, they're going to want, ESPN's going to want
the marquee
games with Florida playing marquee games.
Yeah.
They don't want Florida playing South Carolina every year. They want Florida playing LSU every year.
Yeah. All right.
So you're going to have to acquiesce to that. More than anything.
We won't spend any time on who is Mississippi State's or Vandy's or any of those. But let's go to Tennessee. Tennessee's got Florida, they got Georgia, and they got Alabama. That's a hell of a trio.
Yeah.
Those are 3 diehard rivalries with Tennessee.
That's why I was saying that I'm not sure Florida Tennessee's going to
exist.
I mean, maybe Georgia Tennessee doesn't exist. I don't know. I mean, look. How about Alabama?
Okay. And
Alabama's got LSU and Auburn.
I forgot Vandy on Tennessee's schedule.
Yeah.
And they want that one.
Alabama's got Auburn. Alabama's got Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Alabama's got LSU.
Yeah. That's
right. Again,
cocky.
But Alabama, that situation was a lot like Florida. You've got Tennessee, you got LSU, you got Georgia. They're just gonna have to suck it up.
Who does cocky?
Because if you're looking at like the ESPN wants Alabama, Georgia, Florida, LSU, Texas, Oklahoma, those 6. They want to get them on TV more than anything.
Times 3, which
and
is
Tennessee, 7.
18 big ball games.
Yeah, or 7. So times 3 is 21.
Yeah.
They want big games like that.
Yeah. Those are massive. Those are the not 4 million eyeballs, but even a bunch more than that.
Yeah.
That would be watching the hell out of them. All right, cocky, real quick. Who would that be? Georgia, Tennessee, or Georgia?
I don't think Georgia.
They're not going to waste Georgia on a school like that.
I don't think so.
All these crappy schools are going to play each other.
South Carolina's going to be like Kentucky,
Vandy.
They'll probably get it'll be Texas A&M's like easy, quote unquote easy. Don't get on me, cocky fans. That's Missouri. You'll see things like that.
The Battle of Columbias. Yeah.
Well, I like that.
Yeah. All right, so you guys chime in 641-1010. Let us know some of the thoughts you got there. All right, here's one off the text line. We'll try and work in a little Jaguar ball before Coach has to get out of here. They had the joint yesterday. Have a question, and we'll answer this coming up here in a second. When a player like Fortner is traded to do the Jaguars have to pay him any additional money to compensate whatever housing arrangement he had in Jax? No, forget about all that. Whatever happens.
Contract.
You move on. Sometimes, based on the deal, a team will pay a portion of a player's salary, but it has nothing to do with any of that other stuff. Happy trails to Coach Campo. Safe travels. Hopefully he'll still appear virtually on the radio, and the answer is yes, right, Coach?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
And so our plan is right now is to fire up a Campo and Joe on Thursdays, and we will do that where it's available to everybody on the social channels, and then Friday he'll come in with his regular appearance, including Protect the Crown.
Because I am the crown.
Yeah, exactly.
The defending champion.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just say I am the crown?
That's right. I like it, Coach. That's that Miami in you, Coach.
I'm not going to quibble. It's about what happened. That's it.
Champ.
You know, the higher you get on the ladder, bro,
the champ
more
is
your ass
here.
shows. That's all I'm saying.
Talking to the champ is what he's saying. All right, come on by Cigars International. We would love to see you, St. John's Town Center. We've had a few that have already dropped in and already lit up, so do it. You got to appreciate guys that make a little time on a Friday, get their work in, and then come on in. So do it with us. It is XL Primetime, Florida Home AC Friday. You can shoot some cool rock and roll suggestions, JJ, the DJ's way, at 641-1010.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies.
At Keon Atlantic, the savings are back in session. You'll just need to follow these simple rules to make the most of your back to school. Step 1, switch out your car for an upgrade. Step 2, drive a new Kia starting at $20K. Step 3, make no payments for a whole 90 days. Hurry in to start back to school in a big way. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Yo, ET here, and I need you to beat the heat this summer with cool escapes and non-stop fun in Clay County. Tackle indoor adventures head on. Throw axes at Live by Axe or smash your stress away at Just Smash That. Then kick back with drinks, good food, and fandom vibes at Nakama Anime Bar or Leaderboard Arcade and Bar. Whether you're blowing off steam or just looking to chill, Clay County got your perfect indoor getaway. Find your cool at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, interest rates. They're high everywhere, aren't they? Not at Beard's Diamonds. Right now, they've lowered finance rates all the way down to 0. Hey, Hicken here. That's right. Now Beard's Diamonds pays 0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. So that $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours now for just $200 a month. Man, this amazing offer makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, $100 a month? How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings? $50 a month. It's insane. Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let the non-commission experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. I'm talking Beards Diamonds. I'm talking in the St. John's Town Center. This amazing offer ends August 31st. Shop local. Shop Beards.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Cigars International, that's where we're hanging out. We would love for you to drop on by St. John's Town Center. Real easy to find. It's the opposite side of the big, massive town center that you know and love, where all the new stuff came in. If you look for the Hyatt Place, we're right next to it. Drop on by. We'd love to see you. They got plenty of stuff going on. While you're here, you can shop in the humidor. This is the last day for that 20% off deal. We're talking all sorts of killer opportunities. 3 boxes. You can get a 25-pack sampler, cutter, lighter, ashtray, plus 20% off. All of those sales are inside the humidor, separate from the Oliva event, which is coming up later on today from 3 to 7. Ralphie Solar from Oliva will be here. You got a chance to cash in on specials. Now, you got to love Mountaineer Man, who is with us today. Not only is he tapping Ashen right now, he's also got him a skull can in his back pocket. Okay, he's going smokeless.
I think it's Copenhagen. I don't think it's.
And he's got what is that, Leon? Is that like a 13 ring size? I'm just guessing here, but that's a hardy looking.
We're all man's men here, right?
Tobacco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Brian is a man's man.
Yeah, he's got. Is that West Virginia? He's got on the shirt.
Oh yeah, that's man. He ain't playing.
He's ready. He's ready.
He's dead serious. He right now wants the Big 12 to do what the SEC is doing right now and get you 9 natural rivalries and let's go play. Let's see what happens. Now, geographically, I don't know who is spread more, Big 12, the ACC, or the Big 10.
The ACC is.
The ACC is any coast conference.
Stanford and Cal, man.
They're the ones that, you can drop an anchor and it could be in the Pacific or the Atlantic or the Rio.
Well, we're all about academia, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's why I style.
I'll tell you, I've been to West Virginia twice.
Yeah.
Once with Pittsburgh and once with Kansas. Oh. We got the dog kicked out of us in both of them. So I'm not really excited about going into West Virginia.
That's that backyard brawl.
Just keep your helmets on, that's all.
Yeah.
Keep your helmets on for fear of flying batteries.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. All right, so Coach, let's use. We got a couple more segments here in this noon hour before we hit the 1 o'clock hour. Practice yesterday, the joint. They said the defense, by and large, we had Johnny Shipley on and a handful of other guys that were down there. It's worth pointing out that the Omar Kellys of the world who cover Miami on a regular basis might have been more critical of the team he covers and more complimentary of the team he doesn't, meaning he said Jacksonville won their fair share,
right.
Whereas some of the guys that follow this side, Trevor had a bad practice.
Right.
Trevor did throw a couple of picks, so that's real. That's legit. Anyway, what'd you think?
Well, he did have a couple big plays, according to him.
Yeah.
And again, I'm just going on what I read and hear.
Right.
The biggest thing to me is there was not a lot of these guys are terrible.
Right.
To me, that's a big plus because, you've only had. First of all, they probably didn't get Miami's best effort because this is their third joint practice. Right. This is their third joint.
Yeah, that's
talking about smoking in here. This is their third joint.
Who said anything about smoking joints, Dave?
Yeah. So, and by the way, I think Leon said it yesterday. You get to a point where you're done with camp. That's why they were probably swinging a little bit.
The best part. That's the best part of it, in my opinion. There were 3 fights. To me, that's getting ready for the season. It's not going to happen during the season, hopefully, but they're getting ready for that. They've had enough going against each other.
Yeah. Now, Coach, if you're a head coach, would you rather see the passing game ahead of the curve or the run game ahead of the curve? Because they said Trevor struggled a little bit with a couple of interceptions.
Right.
But they said they ran the ball pretty effectively in practice. I mean, which one would you prefer?
I prefer them to be able to run with this team.
Okay.
No question about it, because let me put it this way. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
When you're an offensive lineman, you don't have any pads on. There's going to be some pressure on the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So in the passing game, you could take that with a grain of salt in a way, because I'm sure there was pressure on him. He might have made a few mistakes or whatever. But in the run game, those guys are coming off. It's not quite the same, but they are coming off the football. There is explosion initially. Maybe not all the follow through, but the explosion part of it is there.
And the one good thing I heard out of the defensive front is Eric Armstead getting to Tua, and I loved hearing that. I don't know how great a shape he is in, but he didn't look like he was in terrible shape the other day.
And Coach, one more to your point. That troubles me a little bit, that when you go, you can't follow through, And sometimes in games, you find yourself, because we follow through all the way through to the ground. You know, and sometimes in the games, the guys go, it's all about finish, all about finishing. When you thumping and you letting up, you know, it can be.
It takes a couple games, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but see, the preseason games, though, I will honestly say, two of the guys that I was the most impressed with, just because they're young guys, is Milam and Monheim. They did follow through on blocks. I mean, you know, now, I didn't watch every single lineman, but when you see a young guy do that, that's what you're looking for. And I think you do see more there. Now, one of these things that they did, they would just like to come off, hit each other, then get in a fist fight. That's all those things.
All right, any problem with them not going with any starters tomorrow?
No, I think I look at it like a 4-game preseason. First game, you don't play anybody. Now there's 3.
Right.
The second game, which is number 1 this year, you play them for a series. The third game, you play them for a little longer than that, whatever that is. I would have liked to seen them go a little longer against New Orleans.
Sure.
That would have been my thinking in there. And then the fourth one, let's figure out who that 5th and 6th receiver are. Who's that 5th corner and 6th corner?
Yeah.
Let's give those guys an opportunity to show what they can do, because they're one game short of being able to show what they can do other than practice.
All right, so speaking of being short, how does this affect both you and Leon? How does missing the last week and more than likely missing the next couple weeks affect Wyatt Milam's development? Is it a situation where he will now more than likely become a guy that you can count on in week 6, week 7 because he's missed this time?
Yeah, because me and Coach are old school. We're sticklers on reps. You got to have reps. Mental reps are good in film room or watching practice, stuff like that, but you got to be engaged. You have to be engaged, especially the offensive line position, because you've got variations of styles that you got to go from a run blocker to a pass protector. You got to go from coming off the ball to somebody to literally retreating. So steps, placement, your ability to come in and out of your stance, your attack angles, your hand-eye coordination. It may just seem like practice, but I mean, he's working on his craft, and if he's not available and he's not taking reps, I mean, he's pushing himself down the schedule.
I mean,
what I'm saying.
Dave, it's almost like they may not find their real true line till they hit October. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To me, that's what it's all about. I think that's why I think personally, and I'm just going to use one guy as an example. Dewey Wingard.
Right.
Okay? I believe Dewey Wingard is going to start the first day.
Okay.
Now, do they want him to be there? I don't know that. He may go out there and be I'm all for it. If a guy's good enough, he doesn't have to be the best athlete. But do they want the best athletes out there? Yes. And that may come after the first, second, third ball game, because you're going to get, they're going to continue to develop, not necessarily in the game, but in practice and all the things that they have to do.
All right, we got plenty more. We'll do a little more Jaguar talk in the first, the 1 o'clock hour with Coach before he has to dash out. We are hanging out at Cigars International. We'll be here till 2 today. If you guys can make it, we'd love to see you in the St. John's Town Center, right next to the big Hyatt Place Hotel, on the opposite side of where the biggest part of the St. John's Town Center is, but real easy to find. Drop on by. And they got the big event coming up at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the Oliva event, with specials on their cigar boxes. Big Leon Searcy is going to have the big Searcy stick, and what do we call the
big Searcy, the little Searcy?
Yeah, big Searcy, little
Coming
Searcy.
soon.
Coming soon to Cigars International. So we look forward to that. But you can drop on by and hang out with us. It is XL Primetime. I've got a list from one of our Nooner Nation that has come up with 3 rivalries for each of the schools. So we'll do that coming up, as the SEC will now go to 9 games in the conference beginning next year.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. There's a reason why people love to listen to play-by-play on the radio.
This is unbelievable what we're witnessing. I'm serious.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
Firehouse Subs has fries. Your hometown hero since '94 just cranked up the heat. Hot subs, crispy fries, golden, pillowy on the inside, and perfectly seasoned. Over 30 Jacksonville locations. Firehouse Subs, homegrown and now with fries.
Josie for Hard Rock Bet, and I know you've been waiting for this. College football is back with massive matchups to kick off the season in style. The only thing better than hearing your favorite school's fight song is the sound of cha-ching. Hard Rock Bet makes it easy to place your bets so you can feel like the big man on campus. Download the Hard Rock Bet app or log on hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 22nd, 1989, Texas Rangers pitcher Nolan Ryan would strike out batter number 5,000 for his career, which would be Oakland A's outfielder Ricky Henderson.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us, and with that comes cooler weather. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business, so give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. As temperatures warm up around us, ants come out in droves. And when they move into your home or business, it's unnerving. Terminix knows that ants add up fast. But Terminix subtracts them faster because living with ants isn't any fun. When ants show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with an ant problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Clean and Freaks at Zero Res. Great time of the year to get your house Zero Resified. And right now, you can get your entire home clean from Jacksonville's ultimate carpet cleaner. You'll get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Plus, they're throwing in a free hallway and take $100 off the air duct cleaning. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
The dog days of summer are here, and Superior Fence and Rail is throwing you a bone. Right now, get 5% off any fence project 100 linear feet or more through August 22nd. Whether you're looking for added privacy or to keep your pets and family safe, now is the perfect time to invest. Contact Superior Fence and Rail today for your free estimate. Cannot be combined with other offers. New contracts only.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
No, it was just more like, do we want him now or potentially not in, Carolina? Like, it was more just being smart about, the next few weeks, because the ultimate goal is Carolina. So that's the thing that's at top of mind right now. And for him, could he have probably gone? I think so. Like, if this was Carolina, would he have probably played? Yeah. So we're moving in the right direction.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, so that was Liam Cohen, your head coach yesterday, courtesy of Jaguars.com. That was after the joint with the Miami Dolphins down in SoFlo. And we talked about it yesterday, Coach. We played that soundbite shortly after he said it. But your thoughts, because he's basically saying, let's err on the side of caution. Let's throw some bubble wrap around our two-way player. But he was, I think, what was the first thing? Upper body injury is what they said when they held him out against New Orleans. Anyway, what was your reaction?
Well, first of all, I'm like Leon from the standpoint that he is a special athlete, but even the special athletes need reps. You just don't go out there and play. I mean, he's playing against guys. He may be here, but the guys he's playing against are right there, in those ball games.
Yeah,
it's
margin,
not like this.
Little
it's
margin
not like
of error.
Colorado against whoever. I don't want to mention any names.
Kansas.
So I really think it's a shame that he kind of got banged up early.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd like to see him both sides of the ball get more reps.
Yeah.
But we want him ready for the first game.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. Absolutely.
Well, Coach, you know that you and I know this, that the first round gets a longer leash. If this was a fourth round guard that had the upper body issue, Coach was saying, you better get your butt out here. You got to make this team.
Right.
Yeah. All right. You can get all the reps you can get.
Right.
So
and the fourth rounders feeling the same way too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to do whatever it takes.
Listen, I heard Tom McManus on the radio on the way over here. He was on 1010XL, and he said the linebacker coach walked up to him in the last preseason game at the locker and said, you better play your best today or you won't be here tomorrow. So
that's reality.
That's reality of the deal of the fourth rounders and undrafted.
As much as you want to bubble wrap him and coddle him, sort of say, he needs reps in this league.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, he's going up against elite every day, every week.
This.
Even teams that even the bad teams still have elite players that you got to go up against. So, I mean, you get some reps.
Right now, he's got jag on jag and about 12 plays of
that part, and it's deceiving.
12 plays of Steelers.
That's deceiving.
That's it.
It's gonna. I mean, if he does play in the season opener, it's going to be a rude awakening.
Man, it's going to get real soon.
Yes,
real.
That's that's what I've been saying all along. That it's you. And the thing, this is what I keep saying, and you can't hide him on the field. On defense, he cannot be hidden on the field on defense. He's going to get knocked around.
He's going to have to bounce outside.
Yes.
He's going to have to make the tackle.
He has to have run support. He's got to be a guy, and they're going to specifically run perimeter run plays at him where they're pulling 320-pound offensive linemen.
Yeah, and he's going to have to make business.
He cannot hide on defense.
He's going to have to make business decisions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, his boss told him his coach told him how to do that. I can tell you that.
Yeah, because
Dion made business decisions.
Yeah, and he was an absolute premier cover corner. I made the point that Dion did it when there was more of a run game compared to now. There's less run plays, although we just had the renaissance of running backs a year ago, so we'll see where it goes. But, he's going to have to absorb all that.
Not only that, Joe.
But we will not see that many teams running at him all the time because they don't run all the time.
Right, but I was saying not only that, there's also nowhere to hide on offense. I don't care what kind of scheme you put up for him. You go verticals and you run him on a drag. He's still got to deal with the guy covering him. He's still got to deal with the safety pulling up and hitting him. There's nowhere to hide on that field, man. Especially for a 185-pound cat.
But here's the thing. If you think about getting hurt, that's why you get hurt. He's got to play fearless.
I agree with that
He's got to
completely.
play fearless.
Yes, I agree with that completely.
He's got to be like what did Kenny Rogers got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him.
Yeah.
But
I was just saying, I was underscoring what you said. It's going to get real.
Yeah, it's going to get real.
For him.
Yeah. And he's got to process all that information within 3 to 5 seconds.
Right, and it
goes that fast.
Yeah, every player that he goes up against compared to what he faced was times 10.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely a bigger deal. Let's get a quick that in, JJ.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
There were odds out on Brian Robinson and where he was going to go. And he is now on his way to the 49ers. Rap Sheet and many others have sent out posts on this, but the Commanders finalizing a trade to send Brian Robinson Jr. started the last 3 seasons to the 49ers. It's a 6-rounder going back. And at the very least, when you take a look at what they're doing, San Francisco gets a decent running back, not knowing 100% how healthy McCaffrey's going to be for how long because of what he went through last year. But also, we've thrown out, not we, but Matt has at least thrown out the idea of what would Travis Etienne look like in X offense. Brian Robinson Jr., same kind of cat. Okay, a starter the last 3 years, a guy that can go out there, and they got pretty good blocking up front, pretty good scheme up front. So we'll see what happens. But that is a running back that was moved.
I think that also explains what they're likely going to get for either Etienne or Biggs.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Take a contract.
I was going to say, teams do not like to give up draft picks.
Right.
They don't like to do it. It's not like college where you sign 30 guys or whatever. That's their lifeblood, and they hate to give it up, even if it's a late-round draft pick. So, you got to be pretty darn good to garner a fourth, third, second, or first.
Oh, you better believe it. All right, so let's head into the 1 o'clock hour. Cigars International, you can come on by. I love seeing people just sitting back and chilling on a Friday afternoon inside Cigars International. They got the huge setup. They got the full shotgun bar. We have got the Tour Championship on right now. Don't look now, but once again, it's early in a tournament, and Tommy Fleetwood is leading, okay? That's what happens. But you can watch the Tour Championship, everything that's going on. Just come on by and hang out. They've got the Oliva event from 3 to 7 this afternoon. Ralphie Sola from Oliva will be here. Specials on Oliva boxes. They got the full bar, indoor, outdoor lounges. They got it all going on, and a really cool sale inside their humidor with everything other than Oliva, because they got their event going on later, 20% off. So make sure you drop on by today, the last sale of that one here at Cigars International.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. He's the Belichick of fantasy football.
We're on to Cincinnati.
And he doesn't cheat.
No, it's a conversation for later.
Mike Dempsey, 10 to noon weekdays.
We're getting ready for Cincinnati.
On 1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Do you trust the diagnostic you just got for your AC? Call Ideal Conditions now to get a free second opinion with a limited time offer of $50 off repairs of $300 or more. Just mention this station. For a limited time, we're doing $79 one-time AC tune-ups as well.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey, it's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee and Kate's. It's local, family-owned, and they've been part of our community since 1926. They've taken great care of me over the years, and I know they'll do the same for you. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hello. The Checkmate Coatings phone line has you covered from the floor up. From tough sports topics to strong surfaces, Checkmate Coatings is your floor's missing piece and your connection to the sports world on 1010XL.
Denny Thompson here. Look, don't get left in the dark. We're all trying to reason with hurricane season, so at least be prepared. For top-of-the-line generators in Jacksonville, I turn to Tyson. Licensed pros at Tyson deliver reliable, whole-home standby generators and provide fast repair service. They even do custom installations for local businesses, so don't wait. Ensure seamless installation and peace of mind. Call Tyson now, 904-762-1000 for a free estimate on generator services. TysonInc.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
I-9 Sports is geared up for fun for kids all over the First Coast with fall and winter registration open right now. Kids ages 3 to 17 get in the gym or on the field with I-9 Sports, covering Clay, Duval, and St. John's, and I-9 has all-girls flag football at Oakley, UNF, Fletcher, and Creekside. Plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast to take advantage of. Don't miss out. Registration open now for fall and winter at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by TopDressing.com. The Jacksonville Jaguars are closing out the 2025 preseason with a trip to South Florida against the Miami Dolphins. You can catch all the action here on 1010XL with pregame, in-game, and postgame beginning at 5 o'clock. Right now, 88 degrees at 101. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Got some good rock and roll coming out of DJ JJ. You can do it real easy. Hit the text line, Design by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. Just kind of get your Friday afternoon rocking. And we say thanks to Florida Home AC. You can check them out, 777-4300. Know that AC unit is working its tail off. So get a tune-up for it if you need it, or if you need replacement, make sure you trust my dudes at Florida Home. But, yeah, so good rock and roll, cool rock and roll to get you going on a Friday afternoon. We'd love for you to do that. Now, we are hanging out here at Cigars International, so they're here in JJ's playlist too. But it is a tap and ash scene is what it is right now, okay?
It's twice now.
I've never seen it, man. There are so many the dudes come in. They're prepared. They either come in solo with a laptop and a stick, or they come in with a group of guys and they're ready to chop it up. There's a couple of dudes over there in that corner little living room suite they got over there.
Oh, yeah.
Leon, they're telling lies right now.
You'll be surprised how many deals are closed at a cigar.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
A lot of deals being closed.
So we're good, right?
And I never met a cigar smoker I didn't like.
I love it.
There's no bad guys here.
Yeah, no bad guys. That's a great way to look at it. So drop on by. They've got everything going on. Of course, you'll be able to hang out here whenever you want to watch the big ball games. They got the indoor-outdoor lounges, and like we said, the Tour Championship going on right now. Plenty of other baseball will be going on as you go into tonight and then over the weekend with the very first college football action we will see tomorrow. Farmageddon. Can't wait. All right, real quick, I got to get to the SEC hypotheticals that Mellow Mike shot our way. He might have been lighting up when he came up with this.
Yeah.
But one of our other nooners said, "Where's Coach going?" So some people don't know exactly what's happening. Coach, tell them where you're going and what you're going to be up to.
Well, I'm actually going back somewhat at home, back to Florida, from Dallas from Florida. All my kids and grandkids are in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Arkansas area.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's kind of like going home. We had a family reunion a while back, and my wife got the bug, and I want to be close to kids. It's a little more mixed for me.
Right.
Because I love what I'm doing here. I love the city, the whole works. I'm not going to give up on the Jags.
Right. Oh, no.
We're going to be doing some stuff on 1010 with the Primetime show on Fridays.
Yep.
And we're also going to be doing the podcast, Campo and Joe, on Thursday mornings.
Yes.
So that's going to be there. I'm also going to get involved a little bit with stuff with the NFL and the Cowboys out there. There's a new media company starting called Grand Global Media.
Yes.
And it's Brian Broaddus, who was a GM, assistant GM in the league. He's starting this thing, and so I'm going to be breaking down some film and doing stuff with him.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So I'm going to have something to do. It is my hobby, though. It's not my job.
Yeah, exactly. But he'll be able to still, like we said, get that all 22 out and break it down. So he ain't giving up on the. And by the way, Cowboy fans want you to come back and just straighten Jerry out, because Jerry is just all over the map.
Listen, I'll tell you what. There's a documentary on right now on Netflix.
Yeah.
I only watched the first 2 episodes so far. If you want to find out what it's all about to be a cowboy, watch that thing, because they really did a good job with it. Now, Jerry's blowing his own horn a little bit.
Of course he is.
Which is no question about that. But overall, what they did with bringing people on that show and doing all that stuff, and the way the games were back in the day in the 90s, it's a great thing to take a look at. Really.
And I saw a portion of the documentary. I'm not sure if it's the same documentary, but they showed a portion of the documentary of Michael Irvin talking about the White House.
No.
And he's took ownership of it, Coach.
Yeah, he did.
He took ownership of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that part of it.
I did. I was like, I'm proud of Mike. He took ownership. He started it all. He said it was right behind the facilities.
Yeah, and kind of a small, like, not shack, but it was a
mansion.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right, just want to make sure of that. A small mansion.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to what we led off the show with, which was the SEC. Greg Sankey coming out yesterday and basically saying we're going to a 9-game in-conference schedule. It's what the Tony Petitis of the world, the Big Ten commissioner, have been pushing for, because he said we need to make sure they play the same conference schedule we do and all this stuff. And so Sankey basically says, it's going to be good on good for 9 Saturdays in the fall. And then if you can keep the other rivalries together, all the more power to you. But you're going to have to play one more Power 4 outside of the SEC schedule. All right, so Mellow Mike, he lit up and he gave us his version of what he thinks the 3 continuing rivalries would be for each school. I'm just going to rattle them off. They won't necessarily, they're not all possible, just because he's in the dreamscape right now with the greatest games that we could see from each one of them, just trying to spread it out just a little bit. But Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, LSU. That would be a hell of a trio. Arkansas, Missouri, Texas, Texas A&M. Auburn would have Bama, Georgia, Mississippi State. Florida would have Georgia, Tennessee, LSU. Georgia would have Auburn, Florida, South Carolina. LSU would have Ole Miss, Alabama, Florida. And just to kind of finish out the high notes, Oklahoma would have Texas, Missouri, South Carolina. Tennessee would have Alabama, Vandy, Florida. Texas would have Oklahoma, A&M, and Arky. What do you think?
I think
it's not bad.
It's not. I'm telling you right now, he got that online somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's close to what they're looking at. There's so many different models that are out there. In that scenario, Alabama and Florida, the 2 teams that really get host. Georgia, I can't imagine. And again, ESPN doesn't have any control over this, but certainly they want games.
Oh,
they're not paying big time money for that. But I don't know that they're going to be okay with Georgia and South Carolina.
Okay,
that's kind of my point.
I guess at some point you need to find a 3/4 good game, if that makes sense. It's still a rivalry. It's still a border war. It still carries a lot of that SEC feel and flavor to it. But everyone needs, I don't know whether it's a mini layup, but a kiss from the conference. One game that you think, if the other 2 are mammoth, one game, Leon, that you think at the very least either side's got a really good chance of competing.
What do you mean by a kiss? You mean within the conference? Like
within the conference.
Mississippi State?
Like a nod.
Yeah.
Like a brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. Yeah, brother-in-law. Yeah, listen, I jokingly say the SEC is king. Y'all bludgeon each other when y'all play each other. And if y'all go into a 9-game schedule and you got to play a Power 5 schedule outside your conference, That's a tall task. Yeah. That's a tall task for any team.
Everybody needs like a Boston College.
Yeah, you need a layup there. I mean, we had listen. I jokingly talk about we had a Long Beach State. You remember Long Beach State, Coach? Oh yeah. We had to have. I don't even think they have a program.
They don't. They don't anymore.
But I remember that. You know, every now and then you got just for mental capacity. You can't all the back to backs, getting up. That's a hard task for any team.
I think y'all may have played Pacific too. Is that right?
No,
man?
we didn't play no Pacific. See,
Pacific.
Here's we were talking earlier about a layup kind of a deal. We played East Carolina, and I'll be honest with you, we got after them pretty good. I mean, we beat them pretty good, but our players were not concerned with Michigan, Notre Dame, even though we lost one. But they weren't concerned with those people, but they were concerned about East Carolina because they had a bunch of athletes on that ball club that could run. And, the only teams that could get us back in the day was a team that could run. They had to have some speed because we had speed.
Right.
So there are some of those non-power teams that have some pretty good athletes on it, and that's what the concern is about playing FCS, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
That's the concern.
And by the way, the other thing is that these schools that are used to collecting checks, they're also going to take it in the shorts a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to get that $1 million+ check that they can count on, be it whomever. I always joke and say Chattanooga.
Well, less of them will.
Yeah, less.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you basically cut it in half. If you had 2 dog games, you may be down to 1 dog game. You could still, if you have 9 and then your rival against FSU, you could still have 2 dog games if you're the University of Florida. Right. But maybe you had 3, which is basically what a lot of them were operating off of.
Well, what you're looking at is like Kentucky will go from 3 dog games to 2 dog games.
Yeah.
Like they would have Louisville and then 3. They'd play Murray State, Eastern Kentucky, and someone else like ECU or something. Now they're going to have to play 9 league games. They're going to have to play Louisville again, so that puts them at 10.
Right.
And they'll have 2 other just dog games.
Yeah. And so, but less and less checks for them. But at the same time, the fans clamoring for more big-time college football. So we'll see where it goes. JJ, I got to give you a shout-out real quick before we head to the first break here. You said Russell Henley could pop up and win the Tour Championship. Do you remember saying that?
I did.
On the Francis show.
I remember.
And it cracks me up because he said, watch Russell Henley jump out, and boom, he's out to the top of the leaderboard. Shoots a little 61 yesterday. Now he's
Fleetwood just hit like a 40-foot birdie. He's 2, now he's 2 up.
Yeah, so he's trailing by a couple of shots right now. But Fleetwood, as we have seen on the top of the leaderboard, is fleeting. It's not necessarily
Golf
a
Jesus
permanent.
is 12 under.
Yeah.
Golf Jordan is 8 under, about 4 back.
Did you see what?
Exactly.
He hasn't won anything, but did you see how much money they had? A list of all.
The Golf and Jesus has made some bank.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's in the upper double-digit millions.
Yeah. He's made some bank, that's for sure. All right, we'll keep it going. Cigars International, that's where we are hanging out. St. John's Town Center, right next to Hyatt Place. Come on by. We'll be here till 2 o'clock this afternoon. But don't forget, they got the big event from 3 to 7 with Oliva Cigars. They will be hanging out. Ralphie Soler from Oliva will be here. You can be here, too, at Cigars International.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
Big number 1 Duval Ford is trusted by Duval families, Duval businesses, and law enforcement across Florida. We're Jacksonville's largest Ford dealer by new Ford sales with the biggest service facility to keep everything in your driveway and in your fleet on the road. Shop Big number 1 Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue for our low prices and nationally recognized service-first experience. Big number 1 Duval Ford, proudly serving North Florida since 1916.
Hello, all you Jacksonville sports fans. Don here from Taco Lou. If you're in the mood for some great tacos, cold Dos Equis, maybe even a sip of some fine tequila, then the Lou is calling your name. Come out to Jack's Beach and experience what many have dubbed the number 1 taco in the 904. There are plenty of great taco joints in town, and we're proud to have been around for this long, and we have only you, the fine people of Jacksonville, to thank for helping us grow and become who we are today. Cheers to you, Jacksonville, and thank you from the Lou crew. Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
Get tips from PGA pros on Brunch with the Tour with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser. Tuesday morning at 8:30. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. Frank Frangie here for the farm at Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. Explore trails, kayak Blackwater creeks, or harvest from your own land. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
I know you love sports, so why not take that passion and make a difference in your community as a volunteer coach with the YMCA? Whether it's soccer, basketball, volleyball, or flag football, the Y is always looking for positive role models to help kids grow in both skills and character. Even if you've got no coaching experience, that's fine. We'll provide the training. Step up, give back, and be the coach that makes a difference. To volunteer, visit your local Y or fcymca.org.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Jacksonville. Disrupted is here. From the PGA's cutting-edge Tourcast to game-changing sports science, technology gets its spotlight. The 27th of August. Get your tickets at disruptitfl.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Unbelievable stuff at the Tour Championship. Looking at it on the big screens here at Cigars International as we were hanging out. They got some preseason action from last night. I think we're kind of all on the Jackson Dart train. But again, last night, he threw some, I don't know if I call them dimes, but quick, decisive, accurate. The only thing you'd knock Jackson Dart on was taking off and maybe extending that run a little too long. Almost got...
slide, son.
Yeah.
Slide.
Brian Dable said it. He's like, slide, man. And Dart looks the part, does he not?
He does look the part. I mean, I will pump the brakes a little bit because regular season is a lot faster. Windows are a lot smaller. Pass rushes are a lot faster. I mean, I had to go through my welcome to the NFL experience, after my because the bullets fly, but the more reps, the more film you watch, it slows down. So I would just pump my brakes on it. It's good that he's having the type of season, the preseason like he's having. But I remember this too. Remember Kenny Pickett? Remember him? He had an amazing preseason. The touchdowns, no interceptions. They had crowned him. And when he got into the regular season,
not that good.
He struggled. I'm just saying.
And he's been doing a majority of this against backups.
Yes.
He has. I mean, it's hard to ignore that.
He's going to be against guys that are probably not going to be with the team much longer.
But he certainly looks the part, does he not?
He does.
I mean, he's very calm in there. Again, he's not going up against the typical pass rusher he's going to see, but he's very poised. He moves well in the pocket, right? I mean, he looks the part.
Yeah, I mean, again, you won't know about the quarterback until a few years in. You know, I mean, obviously it takes a little while to get going, and preseason's not a real indicator in my mind.
For some, it takes a little while, and then you got Jaden Daniels last year.
Well, yeah.
So what would you do, Coach? Would you start him week 1, or would you put Russ in there and give him a couple of games? Because Dable's trying to save his job, too.
Yeah, I'm mixed on that. I think you put the best guy out there, whatever it is, whoever shows the best to you, especially with a guy that's trying to save his job. You know, you heard my story about, we had Tony Banks, and we had a situation where, we had a chance to play a rookie or Tony Banks in my last year as the head coach in Dallas, and I wanted Tony Banks, and they cut him because I felt he could win 7 or 8, 9 games. I'd be okay.
Well, they didn't cut him.
We go with Quincy.
Jerry cut him.
Yeah, we went to Quincy Carter, and unfortunately, the guy that got cut was me. So I think you put the best guy out there, and some of it is the ownership will say, hey, look, we took this guy high.
Yeah.
He's got to go. And they tried to do that with Anthony Richardson at the Colts.
Yeah.
And it hasn't worked out to this point.
Yeah.
So I think you put I'm with like the Dewey Wingard. Put the veteran out there and then go from there.
Well, another guy that right now, I've been on the Pat McCary train for a while, but he also, according to the guys down there, didn't necessarily have a very good practice yesterday. Right. So we'll find out where that goes. Yeah. But we don't need any more Orrs as far as depth chart listings, okay?
Right.
If Orr is winning the job, that ain't good.
Right.
And so McCary versus Udoka, we'll find out what the ultimate decision is going to be for Liam Cohen and the staff when they make it. But they signed McCary to a
pretty good contract.
A big deal.
Yeah. It seems to me, though, this group, I don't know how you guys look at it, but this group looks to me like they're not really too worried about where a guy was drafted or how much money we gave him or how much money was. They seem to be on the page that we're going to start and build something here.
Right.
And I think because of what happened recently with the Jaguars, I think Shad Khan has given him that opportunity. I think he's, with that kind of money they paid Cohen, he's going to have 4 years minimum, in my opinion, to get the thing going. So, I think you're going to put the guys out there that have a chance to develop, and they're going to try to win. They want to win now, but they don't want to win at the cost of what's going to happen 2-3 years down the road.
You're looking at 4 years minimum to get the thing done?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Because they paid him too much. Yeah. They paid him too much.
Yeah.
That one is, they made the decision. Here's what we're going to do, and here's how we're going to do it.
Yeah. It's hard to take that hit, especially financially, and then recover from it with another good player.
Right.
That's the hardest part.
Right.
All right. Let's say hello to our I like to say I'm a radio doctor, but this guy's a real one.
Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
My man, Gio! I told Gio that he needed to come and light up a stick with us here at Cigars International instead of that day job that he's got, which is an orthopedic surgeon.
Healing people,
yeah. Dr. George Bari joins us now. So you couldn't break away is what you're saying, right?
No. Are you guys smoking Leon cigars?
Oh, yeah. He's got they're coming in Cigars International before the year is up. He has got a big Cersei stick right here waiting for you with your name on it.
Well, it better be there when I come to the studio. I'll pick it up next time.
All right, now let's hit a couple sports injuries with you because we know that you're about to walk back in and do some healing. But a couple of them that came out, and this one is extremely personal to me. Shohei Ohtani, as he once again has gotten back on the mound, and everything looks great, Gio, coming back from that second Tommy John, but he took one right off the right thigh. A line drive coming back at him. It shook him, man. And whenever you have something like that, they're expecting him to be fine. But a right thigh contusion for a guy that's on the mound and also wants to get back in the batter's box, that's kind of serious, isn't it?
Yeah, right thigh contusion, they don't feel good. It's right over the quad. And it just hurts, right? It's very painful, especially coming at that speed, right? And just remember when you used to, hit your friends in the shoulder and you'd be sore for a day or two. So imagine now this ball coming, who knows, 80, 90 miles an hour off the bat coming at you and hitting you. There's going to be a lot of bruising, a lot of swelling, and it's going to take time for it to go down. Now, it can be 2 days, it can be 2 weeks. It's just anyone's guess how long it will take. But as long as nothing is fractured, this should be just temporary, and he'll be able to go back and play once it kind of heals on its own.
Yeah, they didn't hit the panic button on him at all. Meanwhile, before we get to the Travis Hunter question about the very vague description of his injury, Landon Roop, Giants right-hander, same kind of deal. He takes another line drive, and basically his body was turning, Gio, so it gets him in the ham instead of the quad. But they said his knee buckled as he was basically falling off the mound trying to brace himself. So they diagnosed a left knee sprain for a guy who just barely came off the injured list. How bad is that?
Well, look, it depends, right? Left knee sprain. What can that be? I mean, that's a very vague term. Did he hurt his MCL? Did he hurt his LCL? Did he just tweak the knee a little bit, like the lining of it? It's the capsule. It's tough to say exactly what is going on. If it's true, just a little tweak of the capsule, it should be fine after a couple days. But that definition is a very vague definition, and we've seen that in the past. It could be nothing. It could be something big.
Speaking of vague, Gio, we talked about this last week, and nothing's really changed. I mean, Liam Cohen this week said if he had to have played in the season opener, Travis Hunter more than likely could have played. Wasn't really completely set on, oh, yeah, he would have played. They're still kind of couching it a little bit. So that's 3 weeks away, Gio. So
yeah, and they're saying, what was it, upper extremity?
Upper body is all we got. We're probably not going to know the exact injury until game week. That's when they're required to report it, correct? Game week. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's got to be something that's more than just like a bruise, right?
Well, it's been what? He's been out 2 weeks now or 1 week? I think 2.
Almost 2 now.
Yeah, because they held him out of last Sunday, and then now decided not to play him this week. So he will miss 2 pieces of game action. But you got to imagine, Gio, they weren't going to be out on the field for a terribly long amount of time anyway.
Right. Yeah. I mean, maybe a half maximum, if anything. But look, I guess we'll see as we get closer. It is a little bit worrisome that they have to keep him out this long for an injury that no one has really seen. It didn't happen during the game, or if it did, we don't have a video of it. It maybe happened at practice, but it's tough to say what it is and how long he should be out for. But it is a little bit worrisome that we're talking about 3 weeks away, and there's even question on whether he can play or not.
Yeah, let's just hope for good news. Bubble wrap, I'm all for it right now because the guy's already got a hell of a challenge ahead of him playing both sides of the ball. Gio, you've been known to play both sides of the ball as well because you cover the First Coast from a couple different offices. Is that true? Is that true?
I think you're talking about my locations in the office here.
Gio, that's a hell of a segue from him, man.
Right. Listen, we love you, man.
He was
miss
reaching
you.
hard for that one.
He was. It did not reach back either, Gio.
Yeah, he's an old soccer star. I know we went both ways. All right, listen, we love you, man. We miss you. So don't forget BariOrthopedics.com. You have any joint pain, any injury that you want to make sure that a guy can look at and help you and maybe avoid surgery, you can definitely do it. PRP, shockwave therapy, they got it all right there at BariOrthopedics.com. Gio, we'll talk to you next week, bro.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, man. We're close to bringing Breaking Bones back on Sunday mornings. When Jacksonville beats Carolina, that will be the kickoff to the kickoff show. That's for sure. All right, now we got Ryan O'Halloran coming up. We got to say hello to one of the new TU guys as he returns here, just kind of like Coach Campo did when you were here. Ryan O probably was here. I got to think about his timeline. We'll ask him coming up. But Coach, we love you, man.
Thank you.
We love you.
Yeah.
Okay, round of applause.
Love everybody here.
We got to say goodbye to
You're the
Coach
best,
right
man.
now.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
You are the best.
Listen, we love you, man. We will see you on the screen, not in person.
Yep.
Even though Kay did give you the keys to come back whenever you want.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we will
You
see
heard it right from
Oh, I
her.
heard it. I heard it.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All
We
right.
love you, man.
Yep. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot, guys.
All right,
Love it.
Coach.
All right.
Love you, Coach.
Coach Campo sliding out. We'll say hello to Ryan O'Halloran. We'll visit with him regularly on Fridays. He is coming up as he's come back to Duval.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. The Everbank London Getaway Experience. One lucky winner and a guest get round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to see the Jags play in London. Everbank.com/London for official rules. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Everbank London Getaway sweeps entry period 7/28/25 to 9/5/25. Enter and get official rules and details at everbank.com/London.
Right now at Sonny's, Q Crew Rewards members get free kids meals Monday through Wednesday when dining in. Just another reason why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Attention sports fans! Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Best Bet. You can bet anywhere, but you'll definitely win here. Experience the thrill of sports like never before. With all the big games broadcasting live on our big screens and a menu stacked with your favorite foods and refreshing drinks, you're sure to find your winning ticket. Bet anywhere, win here, only at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Come to Monahan Jewelers store-wide 40 to 50% off sale going on now for a very limited time. Everything on display is 40 to 50% off at Monahan Jewelers. We've bought so much brand new jewelry, we need to make room for it. Diamond jewelry, engagement semi-mounts, colored gemstones, even gold chains. Right now, everything on display at Monahan Jewelers is 40 to 50% off. Jewelry's going quick, so come to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about letting things roll off of your back. So often we can make big deals out of things that are not really big deals. We can allow them to steal the joy of our day. But let me remind you that don't allow anyone or anything to steal the joy of today. Go out today not letting little things steal the big things that God has in store for you.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Jaguars football is officially back. Be there as number 2 overall draft pick Travis Hunter, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and new head coach Liam Cohen take the field for the first time during the 2025 NFL regular season. Secure your seats for when the Jaguars take on the Panthers September 7th by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the Southeast to offer multi-unit hair grafting and the 45-minute PRP treatments. Grow your hair back. Call now for a free in-person evaluation. 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
Well, he was a great guest when he was here with his first run with the Florida Times Union, and he will be again as we say hello to Ryan O'Halloran. We're going to have weekly crank-ups with Ryan O'Halloran on Fridays. A columnist now as opposed to a beat guy with the Jags. Ryan, how you doing, buddy?
Good, guys. Good to join you today.
So I was just telling the fellas, the last season you were here was 2017, correct?
Yep. My last game here was the AFC title game.
Yeah, and the first year you were here?
2012, the nightmare that was Chuckles Malarkey.
Yeah, see, think about that. Okay, so when Ryan O'Halloran got here, it was a 2-win club. When he left here, he left this team and Duval in good hands with a run to the championship game.
It's his fault, actually.
And then, because I have many curses that I name, Ryan. One of them's the curse of Chili Palmer, the curse of the Colts, so on and so forth. But it could be the curse of Ryan O'Halloran. They've only had one good season since you've been here.
Well, when I left after the 2018 draft, I had lunch with Doug Marone at the stadium. I said, Doug, I got you as far as I can take it. You're in charge.
Wow. That's pretty special. Hey, Ryan, as far as this team goes and the new regime and Liam Cole, I mean, do you think this team has enough talent to win ball games, or do you see this as a long haul fixing this roster?
Yeah, Leon, the cop-out answer, I think it's somewhere in between. And, I was debating this week to myself, is this a year zero where it's a total rebuild, or is it a year discovery where they got to find out who their guys are for 2026 and beyond? And I do think it's a team that is built to compete. This is not. I don't think it's a 4-13 team, but I don't think it's a 11-16 either. So it's a team that should be competitive every week against even the best teams, and that should be the expectation. You have a quarterback in his 5th year. You have a play calling head coach who put together a great offense last year in Tampa. But there are issues defensively, and also, like a lot of teams who miss the playoffs, what's their depth like? I think that's one of the talking points going into the weekend.
Ryan, does Trevor Lawrence fall into your idea of they got to find out who their players are for 2026?
The cap would suggest no. I'm suggesting yes. It's the first couple of years of Trevor. Okay, Urban Meyer, Doug Peterson, their excuses. He was injured. Well, there's no excuses anymore. You're in your 5th year. They basically picked this head coach to make you great. Now you have to be great. And if it's not a great 2025, you give it another season, probably so. But I think Lawrence, there's a lot of pressure on him, and there should be because of the contract, because he's the number 1 pick, because he is the face of the franchise. And I want to see more than just spurts, which is what you've seen the first couple of years.
We're talking with Ryan O'Halloran. He's back with the Florida Times Union. He'll be columnist. We'll be talking all things in Duval with him, several other teams that he'll be covering as well. But roster-wise, Ryan, when you take a look at least the immediate effect of what James Gladstone and Liam and Tony Baselli have done, what's your opinion of it versus maybe what you did see for the handful of years before?
Well, let's start with Travis Hunter because that is the guy. And, he's already nicked up a little bit. It's precaution. He could have played it at the regular season game. To me, that's an issue because you are expecting him to play more snaps than a regular player. How are you going to manage him? I thought from afar it's going to be a week-to-week thing based on the opponent, the injuries to other players, the game plan, where he may play one spot more than other in a game. But I'll move to last year's first-round pick. Brian Thomas is a stud. I know he's had a social camp, hasn't really looked interested, but this is a guy that you can build your passing game around. And if you're Trevor Lawrence, you have to prioritize him. 120, 130, 140 targets. Let him make plays on short passes and long passes, and those are those are the building block plays you need on offense to score points in this league. When you look at any great team, they have a stud at receiver.
Now, Ryan, for all the draft capital that they gave up for Travis Hunter, I mean, he's got to be impactful on both sides of the ball. I mean, offensively as a wide receiver, defensively as a DB. I mean, to justify the move that they made, he's got to make plays on both sides. Does he not?
He does, and to me, it's about opportunities. If you had to guess, okay, he can have a bigger impact offense or defense. I think defense, because he play corner, He's going to be challenged because rookie corners are challenged in this league, and that's how you create takeaways. That's how you got to be physical in the run game if you're playing inside. On offense, you have Brian Thomas getting that high volume target. What's going to be a good number at the end of the season for Travis Hunter catches? Is it 45? Is it 50? Maybe if he doesn't play as much on offense, it's a lower number. So the impact is going to be measured on a week-to-week basis. And, I think us locally who are going to watch this team every week are going to have a different conclusion than those who parachute in and only look at what they gave up for the player.
Ryan, what are your thoughts on Campanile, and can he get this defense at least to a competent level and at least to a situation where they're probably forcing, I don't know, how about double the turnovers they forced last year? How about 18?
Well, in the Super Bowl era, there's only been 5 teams that have created less than 9 turnovers this season. The Jaguars have 2 of those teams, including last year.
Whoa.
I mean, you have to be really bad to create less than 10 turnovers, which means you don't have a lead. You probably don't have a pass rush that creates turnovers, interceptions, and forced fumbles. If I'm Campanile, I'm going to be taking some chances because you have to swing the game. And I always hold judgment because you look what he hasn't had in these preseason games. When the lights come on against Carolina, what are you going to get from Armstead and Smith inside? Tyson Campbell going to be ready to go. How are they going to use Hunter? How is he going to use pressure? So I mean, the track record, first-time coordinators, it's always time will tell to use a cliche, but he can't be any worse. So that's what he's got going for him.
Yeah, can't be any worse is a scary T-shirt to make up right now. We're talking with Ryan O'Halloran, columnist for your Florida Times Union, as he's back in Duval. A couple more quickies, because when you think about it, that is a scary stat, and the pass rush has not been here. Will it be here in your mind, especially with what you've seen? I like what I saw from Eric Armstead the other day, Ryan, but I don't know. That will be a huge boost if he's healthy and can make plays.
It is, and that's probably why they got Colin Saunders. Is even if Armstead's ready to go and starts the game, you probably want to save some of his, lack of a better term, bullets for third down, and get him after the passer. And if this team can be more explosive on offense, and I saw it last year in Buffalo, they just jumped all over teams in the first half on offense, and they just teed off and created takeaways and pressures in the second half. That's what will lead to the defense looking better. I guess a positive on the defense for the guys who have played, they have been okay against the run in the preseason, and I think that you can set some kind of tone that way, but until everybody's on the field at the same time, you don't really know how a game is going to be called or how guys are going to be used.
Now, the last guy they referred to at the Times Union is the columnist. Are you okay with that nickname, or what are you going to go with?
The columnist is fine, although I will not be referring to myself as that. To me, it's RO or ROH or Ryan, something like that.
Yeah. Rah, 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 ROH. All right, listen, we appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. We will visit with you on Friday next week, and we may mix it up a little bit, talk a little college ball as well. Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, Ryan O'Halloran, definitely check him out. Active on X, which is where you should be active if you're out there.
Especially if you're the columnist.
Yeah, the columnist, exactly. Listen, we affectionately remember Gene Fournette as the columnist. Forget about all the other ones. All right, it is XL Primetime. We got a little bit more to do here at Cigars International. They got plenty more to do with a big event coming up. We'll tell you about it before we are done right here on XLP.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
It's time to elevate your back-to-school style with luxury and a brand-new Cadillac.
Discover the 2025 Luxury XT6, a spacious 7-seat SUV starting at just $49,195. Perfect for carpooling or weekend adventures.
That's right, or step up your game with the stunning 2026 Vistique, Escalade, and Escalade IQ.
I want to go back to school in style.
You can. Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. This school year, it's all about style.
Plus tax tag title $999 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
First Coast, I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Yo, ET here, and I need you to beat the heat this summer with cool escapes and non-stop fun in Clay County. Tackle indoor adventures head on. Throw axes at Live by Axe or smash your stress away at Just Smash That. Then kick back with drinks, good food, and fandom vibes at Nakama Anime Bar or Leaderboard Arcade and Bar. Whether you're blowing off steam or just looking to chill, Clay County got your perfect indoor getaway. Find your cool at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Let's get the work done.
Training camp is here.
Up, quick feet.
1010XL's training camp coverage is backed by Roland Reach Plumbing and Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. It's live now. Let's go.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Frangie, and I got to tell you, I can't fix anything. I would be so lost with plumbing problems if not for Duck Duck Rooter. But everybody knows to call the Duck. Well, I do too. Whether it's plumbing, air conditioning, septic, they handle all of it, and nobody does a better job than our friends at Duck Duck Rooter. Any of those needs you have, call them today, 904-862-6769, or go to duckduckrooter.com. If you've got problems, call Duck Duck Rooter. They'll handle it. I guarantee it.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Tired of wrestling with your shower curtain like it's a slip and slide gone wrong? Ditch the drama and say hello to a smooth, stylish glass shower enclosure from Baker Glass. Wago Glass is clean, elegant, and makes your bathroom look huge and brighter. Give your shower a makeover and feel like you're in a spa without the price tag. I'm Mac at Baker Glass. Call me and get ready to love your new shower. Let's make your shower great again. Remember, Baker Glass, no one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
All right, but our takeaway is that Travis Hunter needs meaningful reps. And you're giving this notion that he could have practiced, but you didn't want him to practice when the bullets are going to be flying real soon. Can't treat this kid like a car collectible in the garage, afraid to drive him. Don't put him on the shelf. He needs reps. He needs meaningful reps against first-team guys that he's going to see every day on Sundays. So I understand him being the second pick overall, and you want to take care of him, make sure he's not hurt, but got to let a baller be a baller.
Stretch his legs a little bit, huh?
Something, bro.
All right, my takeaway is we love Camps. We love Dave Campo.
Yeah.
To death. Love him to death. A great dude, a very smart football man, a very smart X's and O's guy, a great friend, a guy we will miss desperately here, but he'll be back. He'll be, once a week he'll be on with us. But we wish him well. We wish his family all the best. And, we're less without him. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we're not whole, and I can't. We can all appreciate it, but I can't describe just how willing he was to be part of the family and offer as much as he could do, like he said, as a hobby, not as a job.
Right.
And he just embraced, and next thing you know, many other shows were welcoming him on there as well, and he was happy to do it. And, hey, Campanile, you still might want to fire up a phone call to Campo.
Right, every once in a while.
When it's all said and done, because they were going to try and get together. But, JJ, do you have that drop that we will now start to incorporate in the show?
I am the crowd.
Okay, thank you.
That's awesome.
Okay. I am the crown. I love it. All right, so we will play that when we get him back weekly once we get going next week. Hopefully he's on his way next Tuesday, and then the moving vans will be on their way to D-Town, and then we'll probably hook up with him on Friday. We might be able to get our Campo and Joe podcast fired up on Thursday with him as well. But yeah, a job well done, big man. We will miss you dearly, that's for sure. And it is so funny because the fact that Coach was on his way out, you want to talk about just seamless integration. He's the one who was able to get Coach Duffner involved. Leon been over here smoking sticks with Gerald Ingram, and so now two talented minds in the game of football will be joining us on a fairly regular basis. Every other week we're planning on XLP to get either Duff or Coach Ingram on, and then we're going to try and fire up a podcast with both of them.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Hey, Coach Ingram was already asking me, how do I get to 22? I said, call Coach.
Call Camps.
Call Coach. He'll let you know.
And Coach Ingram will be part of the fifth quarter, and Coach Duff, like we said, will be regularly contributing. So we definitely appreciate them for jumping in and having a big time as well, because the destination when it comes to retiring, putting your feet up for a lot of players, as you well know, and for coaches, is to come back to Duval, which tells you everything you need to know as far as how good this town is.
Just like former players, former coaches, when it gets football season, they get revved up, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a part of our nature.
Yeah.
To get revved up.
And it's like Coach Duff said, 50 years of coaching. This is the first year he was standing around at training camp time going, what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
And he's happy to be part of it. All right, let's head out, believe it or not, to Las Vegas.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Helmets and Heels is out in Vegas. They got a big thing going on at Circa. Lauren Brooks joins us now, safely landed and ready to. Did you guys get in on the contest and everything?
I know Tom has placed some bets. We are still having conversations about exactly which contest we want to do because there are several. Circa Million, Circa Survivor. And Joe, you're probably down for Circa Grandissimo, where there are 20 people that have placed $100,000 on that one.
Whoa. What are the stakes for that one? If you're putting down 100, girl, what do you win?
That is an excellent question. You get to win the pot, basically. So right now it's around $2 million. But the Circa Survivor, you can win up to $15 million, and the Circa Million, you can win up to $6 million. But yeah, flight traveling these days will certainly take it out of you. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and it was just a bit of an adventure, as most, as we all agree. Airline companies now have us all at their disposal.
But you're not a big flyer anyway, are you, Lauren?
I'm not, and so to add to that, we were supposed to fly to Atlanta and connect there, and then fly to Vegas. So we get to close to Atlanta, and the pilot comes on and tells us that due to weather, we're not going to be able to land, and we would like to circle the plane and then land safely. However, we don't have enough fuel. So we have to go to Augusta to get refueled to then go back to Atlanta, and obviously did not make the flight then to Vegas, had to get a hotel in Atlanta. And then yesterday got on the plane. They told us that one engine was not working and we would have to get off that plane and they would have to try to find another plane.
Lovely.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really
so
is.
It was, like you said, it's an adventure, right?
How about the two-prong kick in the tail? We would like to circle, but we don't have enough fuel.
Yeah, I was
that's unreal.
To Matt's point, my anxiety was legit just off the charts. I was like, this is not a good situation for me to be in. You cannot tell me that this plane does not have enough fuel right now. Come on,
unreal.
man. Yeah, but we
exactly.
made it, and it's a blast. And literally, Circa Resort and Casino is fantastic. The owner, Derek Stevens, is going to join us at 11:15. I say 11:15 at 2:15 Eastern. Obviously, we're Pacific time over here. He is a wonderful guy. Got to chat with him last night at one of the parties here. And then Jeff Lageman was down in Miami and still is down in Miami ahead of tomorrow's preseason game. And certainly, he was at the joint practice. The joint there with the Dolphins. So he'll check in at 3 p.m. and chat all things Jags. And it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. That's for sure.
All right, sounds good, Lauren. Have fun. We will be listening.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, guys.
All right, so they're out at Circa in Vegas having a good time. We're here at Cigars International. We got to say goodbye. We definitely had a good time. Like you said, the Cersei Sticks will be in here before the end of the year.
Oh, absolutely. Real soon. Big Search, little Search.
And you can come on by this afternoon. They got the Oliva event from 3 to 7. Ralphie Solar will be here. They got specials on their boxes. They got the full bar, the indoor-outdoor lounge. It is popping, and we appreciate them hosting us, that's for sure. Big Sirs, Patty, Josie, JJ, we say thanks to the Max for hosting us here. We are done. Helmets and Heels coming up next.
I am the crowd.
XL Primetime, driven